Stocks can't necessarily keep going up for lots of reasons. One is, I think the stock market is an extraction function of GDP. And that extraction function is multivariable. You have GDP as an input, and you have, say, earnings per share as an output. The problem with that is that your assumed GDP growth will go up outside of inflation. And the only thing that can happen there is productivity gains, as we know from basic economics, right? So what country will have productivity gains, and can you forecast that? That is basically tantamount to saying equities will go up. Not every country's got productivity gains. And the offset of productivity gains, hey Nelson, welcome! The offset to productivity gains is things like grift. So you have fraud and stuff like that. You've got self-dealing. You've got, Ludditism, regulatory, kind of. Yeah, we're using Cision, William. Thank you so much. We are going to add Sweden. The Nordics exchanges are some of my favorites. Someday I might go public in Sweden. I really like the Nordic markets, especially Sweden. A lot of great companies are public there, including a bunch of good software companies. I also like Switzerland, but I like Sweden the best. Between Norway, Finland, and Sweden, I like Sweden quite a bit. But yeah, productivity can go down. There's absolutely no reason. There's protectionism. No, productivity gains in economics terms. So economic theory states that the only way GDP can grow, right, is through, at least GDP per capita can only go through productivity gains. Not in all markets, Ace. And productivity gains are offset because, like I said, it's not just productivity gains because the stock market is not GDP. Stock market is GDP extraction. Not all GDP flows to the stock market, and there's so many other things that get in the way of that extraction. For example, taxes, regulation, grift. All those things are frictions that eliminate those productivity gains and arguably make them negative. Exactly, Sarah. Now, I do think AI is going to make us more productive. But yeah, there will be things that get in the way of productivity, sometimes in large ways and sometimes in small ways. America works and has worked because we generally let that productivity flourish. We let it compound. Europe works less because the productivity doesn't apply as much. They have unions, which are very anti-productive, for example. Taxes decrease productivity. They're a tax on productivity. Literally, they say, okay, you're more productive, cool, let us have a portion of that productivity. So tons of issues there with assuming that stocks can go up or long run. Maybe I'll write a nice paper on it or something. Yeah, I mean, you've got entrepreneurism is now basically at a standstill in China. Yeah, I mean, it's a very contrary opinion, too, so you have to give me a little credit for making it in the first place.